I I lost my AirPods this past week.
No. No way.
And yes, I believe that left them at the doctor's office. And here's the thing, I was wearing these pants, these joggers that I haven't worn in some time. Every time I wear the stuff just slips out of the pockets in these pants. They just fall out of they just slip out. And I don't even feel it. I literally don't even feel it. I don't know why I chose to wear these after having, not worn them for months, but decided to for whatever reason on this day. I don't remember. Maybe it was like Thursday, maybe it might have been Thursday.
Right.
So anyway, I go there and I leave. Then I'm out doing something else. I went to the movies. I'm at the movies. In the middle of the movie, I'm like, are my AirPods in my pocket right now? And I check and I'm like, they're not there. Maybe they slipped out and they're somewhere around in the seat. I'm like, okay, they're not in the seat. Maybe I just left them in the car. Maybe they're just in the car. Movie finishes. I go to the car. I'm like, they're not in the car. So I'm like, maybe I didn't even bring them with me today. Because the thing is, I didn't even use them at the doctor's office, right? So I'm like, maybe I just didn't even bring them with me. So I'm like, well, I'm going to go home and see if they're at home. They're not at home. So I'm like, what did I do? So I'm like, you know what? I remembered that there was a Find My AirPods, right? There's a Find My AirPods. So I'm like, let me go on there. See where these things are. I go on Find My AirPods. They are at some random apartment complex in Houston.
Oh, you're fucked. Nope. You're not getting those back.
So at that point, I'm like, come on. This can't be real. This sort of can't be real.
Hello, and welcome back to Needle and Lens Podcast, the only show that threads together music, movies, and TV. I am your host, Kevin, with my co-host,
Noah.
Welcome back.
I didn't realize you were about to start like right when you did.
Oh yeah, no,
I was like rubbing my eye. I was like not
all on camera, caught in 4K. No, we don't
not
shoot
4K.
This in 4K.
I was about to say
we could shoot it in 4K.
I was like,
that would
my
be
camera
insane.
does not shoot in 4K.
We're gonna get you a 4K camera.
I do.
You need to get one.
I do need to get. But here's the thing: I literally only use my camera one day out of the week for this.
Okay, but you could use it for other things.
Will I use it for other things? Like
you
should
actually. You should.
I don't think I will.
What if I hit you up and was like, "Yo, let's make a movie"?
What? I feel like that is possible, but here's the thing. Yeah, I feel like if anyone were gonna get a 4K camera, it would be you.
I already have a 4K camera. That's what this is.
Oh wow. Well, there you go.
Oh, actually, I'm not recording. It's in 1080 right now, so I can get smooth. I don't even frames.
think mine. I don't even think mine. Whatchamacallit records in 1080. I don't think it does.
Yeah, it does. You have a T7, right?
Yeah, I have a T7i.
Yeah, that records in 1080 60. But I think remotely I can only grab 720 from you.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's no big deal. No.
Yeah. Anyway,
big deal.
That had nothing to do with what we were talking about. That had
nothing
today.
to do. We are back. We ran into a lot of technical difficulties before we recorded this, so I know I'm jinxing us right now, but fingers crossed that.
I mean, is it really Neil and the Lens podcast if we don't have technical difficulties?
I guess
at some
not,
point?
Right?
It's not.
I feel like that has been the defining characteristic of this podcast.
Yeah.
Thus far.
Maybe season 3 we'll get it together.
Maybe. I don't know. When we build the studio out, that'll be.
Oh,
we'll probably still get them because I'm gonna fucking disconnect a wire in the wrong place or some shit like that.
And the Wi-Fi is gonna go out.
Yeah. Or we're gonna get stuck with Spectrum and then have to deal with that, which is even worse. So hey, fuck you, Spectrum. Fuck you.
I do
That's
not
all I have to say.
Spectrum, but they're pretty bad.
No, they're dog shit.
But you know what else is pretty bad? This new movie that Kendrick Lamar is making.
Oh shit. All right, we're going straight into it. Yeah, so Kendrick Lamar just announced that he's going to be making a movie. Apparently, a new live action comedy with the creators of South Park, Matt Stone and Trey Parker. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So, Kendrick Lamar, Dave Free, and South Park creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker are producing a new live action comedy movie. The film, written by Vernon Chapman, will be distributed by Paramount Pictures and will stream on Paramount Plus. A press release contains the following synopsis for the project. I don't know if I should. You want to read this for us, Noah?
All right. Let's. I'm scared to read it. I don't need. This film will depict the past and present coming to a head when a young black man who's interning as a slave reenactor at a living history museum discovers that his white girlfriend's ancestors once owned his. Just gonna let that sit for a second.
Let that sink in. That's
one of those things where like each word is worse than the one that came before it. Like it just got progressively worse.
It really did. And it's okay.
Yeah. Let's see what else? What else?
According to a press release, production begins in this spring. Hey, I'm gonna audition. I'm gonna get my casting reel up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna audition. No, I'm not.
Audition
I'm not gonna fucking audition.
You're gonna audition to be the other.
No, I'm not. There is no fucking way in hell.
You're gonna audition to be the master of the slave that he's reenacting. That's
fuck no.
That's the role.
Fuck no. Also, listen, look, I'm gonna be honest. If this is the case, then there is a high chance that they are related because, some of the things
there's a very high
that happened
chance that's possible.
Was big bad things.
Yeah, I feel like people are smart enough.
Yeah. Y'all can pick it. You guys are smart. You guys are woke here. All right. Y'all already know.
Yeah. This is bad. What did Paramount
President and CEO Brian Robbins, Paramount Pictures, remarked in a statement, on behalf of Paramount Pictures and the wider Viacom CBS family, we look forward to ushering in the first theatrical collaboration from these creative visionaries and galvanizing audiences worldwide around a powerful storytelling experience. Kendrick and Dave Free are producing the movie through their PgLang ad service company. The company announced back in March 2020, etc., etc.
Yeah.
That's what we're working with for this movie, and
sometimes it's like, why do artists start doing things other than make music? Like, I don't need Kendrick to do this. I really don't. I want an album. Yeah, but it's like, do I even want to see? There's stuff like this where it's like, I don't even want to hear what you have to say. Like, this is so bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, it also, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, it makes you look at their kind of wider messaging, I guess, So it's like when Kendrick does something like this, it makes me listen to Pimp a Butterfly in a different way, right? Because it's like, are the things that you were, supposedly preaching on that album, like, how do you apply these things to your real life? And it's like, sometimes it becomes, I mean, we've talked about this before on the podcast, but like, it seems more of an aesthetic choice to kind of, I don't know, posture yourself as like, being very political, like politically active and like politically understanding and stuff. And then you like make a movie like this, or it's like, it's like he's doing the Super Bowl, and stuff like that, which is like, sure, if you want to do the Super Bowl, like, do the Super Bowl, okay, but then don't try to act like you're, the upstanding, I'm here to save and like liberate black people across the globe or whatever. And like part of that is what people have put on him, and part of that is like
Right.
what he's, just presented himself as. But yeah, I don't know. This is bad. This is bad, Kendrick. This one is bad. This one's
Yeah.
really bad.
And like,
And I haven't seen the movie. Obviously, I haven't seen the movie.
it hasn't even started being made yet. So it's not too
But-
late, by the way. It's not too late.
God.
But yeah, I don't listen. I'm not going to say that musicians can't go and pursue other mediums because, yeah, obviously. But just in concept, it's like,
Yeah, it's bad. And yeah. Why not do something else famous people do? Come out with the Kendrick Lamar vodka. Whatever.
Kendrick Lamar vodka, yeah.
Come
Don't
on.
do tequila. That's fucking stupid.
That, but something. Post Malone had a wine.
He did?
Yes. I just found out about this a couple
I know
weeks ago.
Snoop Dogg had one. You bought me the Snoop Dogg one that one time. I
Yeah.
remember that, but
I remember that. And that Snoop wine was pretty good.
it's pretty good for a red, especially. I'm not
or
usually
red,
huge
because
on
I can't
red.
do red. But that
Yeah.
was
I thought it was
that
pretty
one
fun.
was
Yeah.
pretty good.
But
Yeah, he could have done that. He could have done that.
And look, no, because like I get it. A lot of artists in these fields, they want to express themselves in a different artistic vein. I get that
Right.
completely. I just could have came up with a better concept than this.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, sure, I guess, Kendrick is only producing this, but it's also like, think about why is this something you want to put your name on? It's kind of like what's been happening recently with like Jordan Peele and like some of
Yeah.
the stuff he's been producing. And it's like, sure, this isn't necessarily his singular creative vision,
Right.
but it's like, this is not like, why did you want to put your name on this? Like there was that Antebellum movie that I think came out last year, which I didn't even watch, but it was just like,
Yeah.
I heard really, really bad things about it. And then, like obviously everyone knows my feelings about Candyman.
Yeah.
And there was also, Lovecraft Country, which like had a lot of other problematic stuff that I've read about. And also it's just like, I don't know. I think like being a producer is a very interesting position to be in. And I think you just have to make those decisions very wisely.
Yeah.
And this was not, in my opinion, a wise decision. And I don't even see how, it's one of those things where it's like maybe the synopsis comes out and then what you actually see is better.
Yeah, no. I think
But it's like I do not see any redeeming this.
I think
like-
there's a sliver of a chance that this could be. And I mean, if I don't know, maybe Kendrick's smarter than we are, right? I don't know about that, but
And it's like if you want to, it's one of those things where it's like if Kendrick Lamar were in a position where I'd be like, maybe I can give him the benefit of the doubt. If he had done things to proven like and had a track record of like, I can see all of Kendrick's,
creative vision.
yeah, or even just like maybe this is something he thinks whoever can tackle it well. But I'm like, if I'm looking at other sort of like moments where Kendrick Lamar has had to, take a political stance or like do something in that vein, I can't necessarily say like I look back on those and I'm like, that was good. Like, yeah, Kendrick, you didn't say anything all of 2020. That was a great decision.
No fucking way.
What?
Okay, so I was just looking back over this article, right? It says producing
Yeah.
the Vernon Chapman written film.
Right.
This is the guy? Hold on.
And you see,
Hold on.
I feel like
This is the
it's
guy?
it's giving one drop. It's giving the one drop rule. That's very much what this is giving. Oh my god. Like he's got a there's a pinch. There's like a small little pinch.
Right.
Not the picture with Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh,
this is
god.
actually just a picture of Louis C.K.
That is
which
not
is confusing.
Oh god.
Oh Lord. All right.
Yeah, that doesn't make me feel any better.
He's Towley in South Park though.
I've never seen this character. I mean, the only episode of South Park I've seen are the ones that you've shown me.
Yeah. And listen, look, I'll say about South Park, right?
Yeah.
Is that it is I've said this time and time again. It is a decent enough satire, and there's some really funny bits of it because of that satire, but 99.9% of the audience is just like, haha, offensive, haha.
Right.
Which is the worst part of it.
Yeah. And I think like a lot of times I will say like, and obviously I've only seen a few episodes of South Park, so I can't speak to the series as a whole. But I feel like sometimes yes, it's an intelligence issue. I don't want to say intelligence, but it's like a comprehension issue.
Yeah, media comprehension, because listen.
On behalf of some of those people.
Here's the thing, right? Just straight up. Gonna say it. Not a political podcast, by the way. People on the right do not know how to analyze media. It's been time and time again that all of these fucking figureheads have proved that they don't understand the media that they consume. Dune being like one of the most recent fucking examples of this.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so bad.
And you know what? I'm not even going to say just people on the left. Like, I mean, Obama had Parasite on his top film.
Oh, yeah, like, no, of course.
But
it is extremely prevalent on the right.
Oh, without a doubt.
But yeah, a lot of liberals too do not. Because I mean, like, I guess Elon is a self-proclaimed liberal or whatever. I don't even know what the fuck his deal is, but he loved Parasite apparently.
Oh yeah, I remember
right over the head, just whoosh. R/whoosh, by the way.
Yeah, there's just
it's
You know what we should have done? Actually, I don't think this came out. Obama's like when he posts his like music and TV and stuff.
Dude, he's not
like, did he really have Genesis Owusu on there?
There's no way.
Like,
there's no way.
On,
this is not. Let me pull it up. Fuck it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it just because I wanted to. I looked up Obama on Twitter and then Biden popped up. That's funny.
Oh,
that's funny. He posted it on his Twitter, right? That was like right at the end.
I think it might have been on his Instagram.
Right. Instagram.com.
I'm just like, he does this every year, and I'm like, what interns does he have?
Nah, that's his kids, dude.
It could be.
Those are his kids, man. Where is it?
Yeah, because
where the hell is it? Okay, here we go.
Oh, there you go.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Oh, here we go. No, what's funny is the first song being Mitski.
Yeah, Mitski. Really? Also, what? There we go. Yeah, Mitski. Okay.
Okay, and we got Little Sims
Gold
on here
Chains
too.
by Genesis Owusu, Woman by Little Sims. Like, dude, come on. John Batista. I would believe that one.
John Batista. Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah.
Montero.
Is he bumping? I mean,
you think Obama's in the gym listening to Montero?
I am.
But is Obama?
I don't know. What else on here?
Isaiah Rashad.
Yeah, he's not bumping headshots.
There's no way.
He's not bumping headshots. He's not fucking coming. He's not fucking coming, man.
That's wild. That's wild. I'll give him Lizzo. And but he can listen to Yeba.
Yeah, but he's not. There's no way. And then what were his movies? He had those.
Let's see.
West Side Story.
Great movie. West Side Story. Pig Passing. These are Judas and the Black Messiah. Interesting. Yeah. Worst Person in the World. You know what's so interesting? I'm like, some of these movies, like Worst Person in the World. That movie has not yet been released. In the United States. It's only been playing like film festivals.
Right.
So I'm like, is Obama? Is he that tapped into film that he's just
Maybe.
like
Maybe he's at film
he's
festivals,
just
man.
he's
Maybe
just
we'll
hitting the
run
film
into him
festivals?
someday. Maybe we'll run into
You
him.
think?
Yeah, we'll pass him by at.
Maybe. And Tragedy of Macbeth. I'm like, I don't even know if that had come out when he posted.
I think
this.
it did. Maybe not, because this was a month ago. Yeah.
Yeah. It might have been playing in theaters, but Drive My Car is a good movie. I mean, the thing is, here's the thing. Obama's songs in his movies are always good. Like, I feel like he just types in like best songs of 2020 and like best movies of 20 whatever, and just like goes and does the best.
I think he has his book list too, right? I don't read.
He does have the books. I don't read. Let me see if no, none of these. Oh, Crying in H Mart.
What? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
She got on here. Actually, I finally ended up reading, because funny enough, when I went to H Mart, they had a stand for it, and I read the kind of like synopsis or like what she had written about it, and I was like, no, I actually want to read it. I actually want to read for once. Yeah. No, actually, I felt that.
I've actually
that's cool.
I've been in my reading bag.
That's cool. I need to get on my reading bag, but that's cool. That's cool. Happy to see that there.
I guess Obama. I don't know what to do with this man.
No, dude. I swear on God, it's got to be his kids, man. He's not bumping Mitski. He's not.
He's not.
There's no way.
He's just not.
There's no way.
He's not that depressed. This man is not that depressed. He's not.
And
he's just not.
I feel like there's some possible way that he could know Genesis Wusu, but I don't know.
Maybe Gold Chains. Maybe because it's Gold Chains. But it's like some of the other tracks on that album.
Song on there.
I'm like, I can't imagine him listening to
he's not bumping Whip Twitch C slur.
Oh yeah. Oh, you can't say that on here, I guess.
Yeah, I can't say that on Twitch anymore. Very boo, I know. But I mean, John Batiste I can get because he was Grammy nominated.
Right.
But yeah, that's just, I don't believe it. But veering back on, I don't even know how we got to that point.
I don't even.
Kendrick, just
I hope this movie just sticks in, like, it just stays in development hell and just like never gets made.
Listen, if it's got to be made, fuck, I don't know.
It doesn't have to be made.
It doesn't.
This just makes me the more stuff he does, I'm just like, I'm actually getting less excited for an album.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why? This is just leaving a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah. And actually, when I first heard it, I thought he was writing it, and then I was like, okay, maybe this has a shot.
Oh, I would actually be like, it's going to be worse, probably, if Kendrick was writing
but
it.
I mean, like, just Vernon Chapman.
I'm just like, he should have just.
This should have stayed in the draft.
Just give us the Kendrick vodka, man.
Kendrick Lamar vodka. You know what? Branding consultancy here. Let's do it. What's the Kendrick vodka?
Oh, actually, you know what? He needs to make something called the Kendrick liqueur. That would be
Kendrick liqueur. What kind of liqueur is it?
I'm not sure. What do you think?
Nah, I'm just because I'm trying to think of a brand name, because obviously he has the, there's Cornrow Kenny, Kung Fu Kenny. Can we play off that any bit?
I'm not sure that we can.
No, there's nothing there.
You can have some Ken Drank.
Ken Drank. Ah.
Yeah, that was
Kendrick Cognac. Oh,
Kendrick Cognac.
That's good. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat, for that. Kendrick Cognac. That
could work.
That goes hard, actually. I'd be down with that, and I like me a good cognac too. So
there it is. Just we can't give him ideas. He doesn't deserve our ideas.
No, I mean, if it gets this movie out of here, then sure.
I guess
all the free ideas he wants.
I can't even talk about this anymore. Move.
We're gonna move straight along here. Very, very unfortunate news coming out of the music sphere as well. If you haven't heard already, Brockhampton has announced a quote indefinite hiatus, which we all know means
they're never
that they're
getting back
breaking
together
up.
again.
Yeah, no, that's
We're never hearing music from them again.
We're never hearing. And look, we were supposed to get Roadrunner and one more. That was the thing. We were supposed to get one more. So I don't know if that's just completely out of the question.
No,
if
that's
it's
definitely done.
90% done and they could just fucking drop it, whatever. But yeah, they're done. They're done. And look, everyone's been saying, look, it's sad, it sucks, but we all kind of saw it coming.
Yeah.
They had been
maybe just, I think the timing of it is was shocking, like that it happened so abruptly, but
it
they
was
had
very
kind of
sudden.
been talked about for a little. It seemed like they were all
ready to
getting
just
to the point where they
go
were ready
part
to move
ways.
on.
Yeah, they had been teasing that they would be over soon, and various different avenues. They'd been mentioning shit like that.
Right.
But yeah, it's done. Let's go ahead and we'll get into this article here. Brockhampton announced today that they're going on an indefinite hiatus. They've canceled all of the 2022 tour dates, which kind of upsetting. We were supposed to go to that. It's Gene Dawson, Paris, Texas. That would have been.
I actually didn't know if I was
dope.
going to go, but I was like, I do want to see Gene in Paris.
I really wanted to see them.
I was more excited for Gene in Paris, Texas.
Oh no, me too. Like I really enjoyed Roadrunner. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, for me, it's just like, okay, I've already seen them. I saw them last time they toured, so it's not that big of a deal. But they have really good openers, so I do want to go see them.
Yeah.
And also, hearing "Don't Shoot Up the Party" and shit. Why am I blanking out on the Danny Brown track? What?
Your favorite one?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Y'all know. Buzzkill. Thank you. Buzzcut. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. But hearing those two live would have been really dope. But yeah, they've canceled all the 22 tour dates except for their Coachella performance and another one in London. The band's representative noted that Brockhampton have only 3 more live show commitments: O2 Academy in Brixton, London, February 7th, and both weekends of Coachella 2022. They invite their fans to come celebrate the end of an era with them at these final performances. Brockhampton began after group leader Kevin Abstract posted a note on the forum. Kanye to the, oh yeah.
Like the background.
It's just background. Okay, we get it.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but it was bound to happen.
Yeah, it's really interesting because, okay, well, first off, when I saw this announcement, I didn't, one of my friends called me.
Yeah.
Well, she called me. I was at work. I was like, I can't see this. She texted me a picture and I was like at work and I was like, whoa, that's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. And I was like, you know what? If someone had sent this to me, like anywhere between 2017 and maybe like first half of 2020, I probably would have fallen to my knees in a Walmart. Like I would have been just like
crying.
What? Yeah. But I think more recently, like I kind of started to like be a little less invested.
Yeah.
And
that's fair. And I agree too.
Yeah. Which like, I mean, I don't think they necessarily like their music suffered necessarily. Like I don't think that they were putting out bad music at any point in time. I just think they haven't lost a little bit of interest. But I think in terms of like what their like that 2017 run is still like unmatched. And I think like it'll still always like, for everything you can say about this band, and there's a lot, but that year 2017 like really was like listening to them and that like Saturation 1, they started like doing that rollout at the end of my senior year in high school,
right?
So it was like that, and then it just kind of went into my freshman year, college, Saturation 2 dropped, and like it was very like I don't know, it was a very formative time for me. I feel like that music meant a lot to me at the time, and
Right.
uh, it was very different than anything I had ever heard, and I feel like that's why a lot of people connected to it, and they were doing something that a lot of people. I mean, sure, they were doing things that like we had seen like a few years previous with Odd Future, but like they were bringing something different to the table and
Yeah.
doing it in an arguably better capacity um than Odd Future was in terms of making albums. I think Odd
Right.
Future was very talented in bringing us lots of other stuff, and I think they're more talented solo um than
Yeah.
they were as a group. And like I think Brockhampton's kind of the opposite. Like I think they
I was
they
gonna
kind
say,
of
yeah, I don't know how much each of them will hold up nearly as much
right.
solo, comparatively
Yeah.
speaking. Because yeah, especially when you think about how the Odd Future guys are doing now, they're doing better than they did back then.
Right. I
Honestly.
mean, like it's kind of wild that you look at Odd Future and it's like, okay, that gave us Tyler the Creator, gave us Frank Ocean. Like already
Yeah.
just there, it's like
Two of the
that's
biggest
it.
artists in America, period.
Yeah. And then you've got, Earl on top of that. You've
Exactly.
got Sid who went in, is doing soul stuff and also has the internet, which
Yeah.
was like pretty big too.
Exactly.
So it's like, and not to mention they just were extremely influential. And
Yeah.
like I don't know if I can necessarily say I think Brockhampton was for their time period very influential on people and
Yeah. Yeah.
I,
I
I
think
wouldn't
I think that's
say
fair.
right, but I don't know in terms of like Odd Future you can like hear their impact in music,
Yeah. I
and
think there
even in the
might
way
be
people dress
some.
and
I think there might be some in music from Brockhampton, but it's not nowhere near as strong.
no. And I mean I've heard projects like I can think of this one artist, I think they're called Money Phone. I remember listening to this. I was like, this literally
Mhm.
sounds like Saturation. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like I can't necessarily say they've influenced music. I think they were making
Yeah.
someone that I hadn't really heard anyone else making music like it at the time.
Yeah.
And I don't like when I go back to that, those saturations, like I can still say like I'm not sure that I've heard people making music like that since.
Yeah.
But I think yeah, that time was it was wild. I don't think I had ever connected to a group in the way that I did during those years, like ever. So it was really interesting, and obviously it was a very tumultuous time.
Yeah.
The following years, which I feel like probably had some to do with this decision. Honestly, like
No, of course.
there was just a huge drop in popularity, um, and yeah, there were low ticket sales, which I saw some people on like Reddit talking about, and they were like, and again, it just seems like everyone was kind of ready to move on, and I
Yeah.
think this it's probably for the best. Honestly, I
No, it
can't
is.
say that
Honest to
I
God,
was
I would rather them quit while they're ahead than to get to the point where they start making bad music. You know?
yeah,
Like
and
they're
like
with Roadrunner, we saw they're still making good music. They're still making good
right,
quality music. Maybe not necessarily anything to the degree or caliber of the Saturation trilogy, but they're still making really good music. And to
right,
quit while they're ahead, while we have these good bodies of work, rather than them continue for another 5-10 years and start making more lackluster projects that are just like, yeah, that's fine. It was okay.
right,
You
and
know?
yeah, and I think it definitely is for the best, and I also do think that from what I've seen, at least, it seems like there may have been conversation of possibly trying to bring Amir back into the fold somehow,
Oh wow.
and because they had been, I guess, trying to release Puppy, which was the album that was supposed to come out before Amir was kicked out or left
Yeah.
or whatever. And so then Kevin was like, "Oh, I really want to release that album." Da da da. Da. Apparently, like certain members had started interacting with his posts and like you know, commenting and replying and stuff, which I'm like, ew,
Yeah.
that's where you lose me completely. Like
Yeah.
that is kind of a, and like I think that could have been also part of a reason why maybe things went together. Some people were like, oh, like what if some people wanted him back for the last album and some people didn't? And I'm like,
Yeah.
there's just yeah, because like I mean, if they had gone that route, like that would have been a no go for me.
Yeah, that's almost a that's a non-starter
Um,
there.
but yeah, I don't know. It's probably the best that they just call it quits here. I think we can all move on,
Yeah.
and just I want to
Someone
hear.
yeah.
What are you gonna say?
Someone made a meme that they were talking about like, damn, Brockhampton broke up. That sucks for your white friend who just discovered rap in 2017. And it was,
No, that's really what it was.
it's
That's
really
that's
funny. It's really funny.
it was funny because they were like the one group where it was like like people that didn't listen
No,
to rap
I
music.
had been saying this. Like
Yeah,
Brockhampton was the one group that people who were like, "Oh no, I don't listen to hip hop music," would still listen to. And I was like, "That is a rap
right.
group. You're
Yeah,
listening to rap music. You like rap
right.
music."
Which I mean speaks to the kind of appeal they had on
Yeah.
like at the start. Like genuinely, if they hadn't had uh everything go on with them that happened, I can't even imagine popularity wise where they would
Oh
be at
yeah,
right
no.
now. Like
I feel like yeah, definitely after the whole Amir situation, it really, you know, tailed off.
yeah,
Cuz like leading into
um,
Iridescence, yeah, they got the number 1, but it was like it just kind of
it was rough. And they had a
yeah, it
huge
was,
drop off too.
yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think it's for the best. I want to hear solo music from Dom.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to him. I've heard him like he posts snippets and stuff occasionally. Like I think he rapped over this one like Flying Lotus beat
Mhm.
from Yasuke. I was like, oh, this is
I've been
mm,
saying.
this is
I've been
yummy.
saying.
But
Dom's
uh
my guy, dude.
yeah, I think Job is very capable too,
Oh yeah, no,
putting out
of course.
some cool solo stuff. If they those are two people I'm looking forward to hearing solo stuff from. Um
Yeah. I think those
the
two probably would work the best solo.
yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously Kevin has a solo career, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think it's time we just move on. I do have like a lot of like old Brockhampton merch that's just been sitting around and I'm like, is this the time that I sell this and just make a
Damn.
bunch of
Just
money?
make a fuck ton of money.
I'm like, I know there are people that would pay a lot for this. I know there are people that would pay for a lot for this.
Number one.
Uh, I'm like, I have some like pretty old stuff from like, I have a shirt from like the first Saturation merch drop. That
Oh
could be,
shit. Dude, get that
uh,
shit on Grailed
yeah, yeah,
or
exactly. I'm
StockX,
saying.
dude.
So
Noah's gonna be a millionaire, guys.
I hope so.
That's not. That's not gonna happen. Sorry, bud.
I mean, a million, 1 million, I'll take that. I'll take a million. Now, if we talk billions, it's a different story.
That's a different story.
But 1M,
1M. I mean, I'll take 10 M's.
you're taking 10. I wasn't
I'll
gonna
take
be
10 M's.
greedy. I wasn't gonna be
Listen,
greedy.
man, I'm gonna do what I gotta
I feel
do.
like 10 is a lot. That's a
10's a
lot.
lot, but I mean, 10's like a good enough amount to. I feel like I could probably survive off that for the rest of my life.
I mean, you could. I mean, no, yeah, you definitely could. Definitely could. Um, but I'm not looking for a survival. I just wanted a nice little cushion. But but yeah, this is surprising news. I didn't expect. I don't think that whatever breakup happened between these guys was healthy, probably because it is very abrupt. I'm
Yeah,
sure
it
it
came
was like,
very suddenly. Like if it's that
um,
bad, I'm surprised they didn't even just cancel the Coachella ones too.
right. And I think it's even more wild because they didn't just say like, "Hey, Brockhampton's not putting out any more music." They said we're canceling our tour,
Yeah, and it's like that's a
which is
lot
like,
of money they're throwing out for that.
yeah, and it's like, oh, that's surprising. Like that is surprising. So, um, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's that. That's that. It is a definitely indefinite era. But on to the next.
On to the next. Yeah, we'll see who comes up next. Fills in the boy band slot. Best boy band since Brockhampton. It'll be now.
Hey, man, I'm ready to get it started.
We're doing it. We're doing this.
We can get something going.
I think we could.
Going.
We need
I need
a boy band name.
I think it's time for someone. Have you heard about I'm sure you've heard of 99 Neighbors. People are talking about them a lot. You've got your 99 Neighbors. You got your AG clubs.
Yeah.
But none of them feel like they necessarily have that same.
Yeah, they don't have that it thing. They could. They could. I feel like
the scene.
Yeah, I feel like AG Club could do something.
And maybe we just have to wait another 4 years for someone. Maybe that's just what it is.
Yeah, maybe.
But bring back good boy bands.
Yeah, dude, bring them back.
Come on. But yeah, that's what I've got to say about that.
That's it. It's a bit of a short episode today, folks.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. It's a little bit of a dead news week. Presumably, actually, the Moon Knight trailer just dropped. I'm assuming. I'm not gonna check that because I'm lazy.
We'll look later. But
yeah, that's that. Kendrick, Brockhampton, Kanye West. Noah specifically told me before we shot this episode, he's like, I don't want to talk about Kanye. He doesn't want to
I don't even I will just say I think that we are all talking about this way too much and I don't care.
Damn. Well, you know what I care about?
What do you care about?
You heard about fucking Drake and the hot sauce dealio?
That story is so fake. That story is so fake.
But also,
it's funny, but it's fake.
But also, if anyone were to actually do that,
it would be him.
It would be Drake, exactly.
It would be. But
if you didn't know, there are rumors going around that Drake put a pack of hot sauce in a condom after he had sex with an Instagram model, and apparently she tried to sue him or something along those lines and the whole idea is that the hot sauce kills the sperm so that way no one can get a bag from him after they have had sex with him and then get pregnant with his child. Because you learn once, right? You learn once after the first time.
I suppose. But you know what? He had a line on Certified Lover Boy about how he flushes his condoms.
Dude, that's bad for... You can't do that.
It's bad.
You can't do that.
That completely throws out this hot sauce theory.
Okay, but I think a line in a song is a lot less likely to be factual.
This story sounds very fake. You can't tell me this sounds like a legitimate story.
I want to believe it's true, though, because I think it's hilarious.
It's funny, but there's no way it's true.
Yeah, it's very, very extremely fake, but I think it's fucking hilarious. I think it's the funniest thing.
It is funny. I won't lie. It's a funny story. Yeah.
And I guess last bit of Quickie news, Gunna and Freddie Gibbs, that whole shit's been
going on. That's another thing. Dude, all the beef that is happening this year is just so... Honestly, I'm going to say it. Freddie Gibbs needs to stop tweeting. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm over all the Freddie Gibbs beef. I'm over it. I feel like this academics beef has been going on for like over a year now.
No, it has.
For what reason? What has happened from
because he fucking
from this beef?
Because I mean, I guess not much, but like
nothing. At least we haven't had a beef.
But making academics look like a bitch is a gift enough.
But everyone does that on a daily.
He does that to himself.
Exactly. That takes no effort.
It's just, I mean, to be
Bring
fair,
back good rap beef. Please.
Honestly, bring it back. We've been talking about that. We really need some of that shit because I mean, fucking Gunna's bar on his album was so weak. Is not substantial enough as a fucking.
And
I can't
just
fuck
the
with Freddie
fact that,
Gibbs.
like,
Dude's telling fibs. Like what? Who uses the word fib?
and it's like real, like that. Just if I didn't know anything, if someone was like, "What about tell me about this?" Like a Gunna and Freddie Gibbs rap beef. How do you feel about this? I'd be like, "That sounds horrible.
It
That
does.
sounds horrible. Like, why would I want to hear that? I don't." And I hope Freddie Gibbs doesn't do anything back because I legitimately don't care.
Nah,
I don't want to care. I don't.
There's gonna be
And
a
this
bar
is
on
so,
SSS,
and it's
man.
and it's what, and it's just because Freddie said some comment like
Yeah,
over a year ago.
He called him a snitch for being on Crime Stoppers. That's what
Bro,
it was.
who cares? I don't care. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. This is my year of being like, I just don't care. I don't care about this movie Kendrick Lamar is making. I kind of care a little bit, I guess, about Brockhampton breaking up, but I was really unfazed. Like, I saw the text and I literally just went right back to work.
Yeah.
I don't care about Freddie Gibbs and Gunna. I don't care about Kanye and Pete Davidson. This is the I Don't Care podcast, episode 40.
Damn. I need to get a new co-host. I need a co-host that cares about shit. Because we need clicks. We need clicks. My friend, we need clicks. But Young Thug's in on it now, too.
That just makes it even less interesting.
Yeah.
None of these people can go toe to toe with Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah,
no one.
That's the least interesting part about it is that, like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do?
They're not gonna do anything. They're not gonna do
I mean, there was him and Jim Jones. That was a little bit more interesting, at least.
anything.
A little bit more.
I suppose. I'm tired.
I don't know.
I'm tired of things being boring.
You know, we'll start a beef right now. Needle and lens beef. What you got? What do you got then?
I'm trying to think of a reason for us to be.
I don't know.
I can't think of anything.
Yeah, we
at
don't.
the moment.
We don't have anything.
We'll circle back. We'll circle back to that next week. But
yeah, we'll come back to that.
as for today, yeah, I got nothing.
That is all.
That's all we got for today.
Yes.
Let's
talk about what we enjoyed this week. Noah, do you want to start or should I start?
I can go ahead and start.
Go ahead.
This week I quite enjoyed the Earl Sweatshirt album.
Yes.
It is very, very great. Very, very good. I like it quite a bit. Yeah, I just listened. I was like, press play on it, and I was just like, dang. I really just added every single song to my playlist, huh?
Yep.
Because it is just like front to back, so good. So good. It's so short, but I feel like, you know what? Like last year with the Vince Staples album kind of
warmed
made
you
me
up to shorter stuff now.
And yeah, we kind of had like the whole like Kanye 7-track thing that he had done, and we've had short albums, but I feel like I don't know, for some reason with like Vince and now Earl, like these albums just hit in a different way for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that Earl album's really good. The Corday album,
no, I feel that. I feel that.
He's not I feel like he's just not as good as I guess I remember him being, or
yeah.
Well, actually, I feel like you said you never really liked Corday like that.
No, I said I didn't.
Correctly?
I didn't love the Lost
You
Boy
weren't
like that.
Yeah, you didn't like it that much.
No, I enjoyed it. I didn't love it.
You didn't love it. Okay,
Everyone loved it. I did not.
Yeah.
I liked it, and I liked a decent amount of the material off of it, but
right.
I did not love it.
I liked that album quite a bit at the time.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to go back and listen to it now.
Yeah,
it's
especially
just
to compare it.
Yeah, and you know he's got some production that sounds nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of the time, but what he has to say, well, he doesn't have much to say. I feel like he doesn't say anything that sticks with me, or like he doesn't choose very interesting flows a lot of the time, or there's just not a whole lot interesting happening here with him for me, and I don't know what it is that I heard before that I'm not hearing now, but
Right.
and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this album is bad. Like there are some tracks on here that I still thought was good,
Yeah.
but literally I feel like one of the hardest verses on this thing was the first track from his brother, the verse that his brother sent him from
Yeah.
jail. I was like, man, this is this is nice. Um, and obviously the verse from Freddie Gibbs too, like, was cool. And
Yeah, exactly.
um, yeah, I don't know, it didn't hit the way I thought, and I wasn't impressed by the singles either. So I guess it was kind of like,
Yeah, kind of meant to.
Sinister was cool. Sinister was cool. But yeah, there's that.
Yes, that was cool.
New FKA Twigs. That was very good. Very, very good. And I hate to say it, Daniel Caesar had a good feature on there. Good feature.
Dude, listen, I hate to say it too. Fuck, man.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Fucking shit, man.
I know.
Why did you-
I know.
Daniel, sir, why did you have to go and ruin it, man? You were making good music, dude.
He was making really good.
Just making really good fucking Freudian, bro. Freudian,
Classic.
not case study. That was not. That was
No, we don't talk
fucking
about
whack. But
I didn't even listen to that album. But yeah. Then we also got this new track from Jid. It's good. It's good. It's not great. I like it. I like it a decent amount. But I don't think it's one of those things where I'm kind of scared. I'm like, has this album gotten to the point where it's so overhyped that the music that I hear is not going to be able to live up to
right,
what I want after waiting, what has it been, 3 years, 4 years?
too fucking long. I'll say for surround sound, I think it sounds like a track that is gonna hit different when we hear it in the full context of the album.
It might.
I think so.
I think, that second half I think is really, really dope.
Yes.
I think 21 Savage could have came harder.
He could have, yeah. I was
And
expecting
I like
a little
21
more.
Savage a lot, but I think he could have came harder on this.
I was expecting a little more.
Jid is cool in the first half. But yeah. I like this track. I like this track. I just don't know if it's what I expected out of the lead single from this
Yeah.
album. Moving right along. Let's see. This is not a new album, but I have been getting into D'Angelo lately. I never listened to him, but after listening to Dijon and just like following what a lot of people have been saying about Dijon, they're like, it's like D'Angelo. It reminds me of D'Angelo. A lot of D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Like, let me listen to D'Angelo. Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Just phenomenal. Yeah. And the new Saba single was cool too.
Yes.
As far as TV, didn't watch a whole lot this week. I watched the Euphoria yesterday. That was, an episode of television. I also watched the Underground Railroad. Finished it.
Nice.
Very good. Very good. New Abbott Elementary, of course. Love that show. And I also watched an episode of the show Chillin' Island, which is like this, like, I don't know, nature reality show on HBO, and it has like, I think the first episode had Young Thug, and there was an episode with Lil Yachty, and one
Right.
with Ezra Koenig, the lead singer of Vampire Weekend. I just watched the Lil Yachty one because I like Lil Yachty. It wasn't great, but
Yeah.
what did I do? I went to the movies.
Oh, nice. What'd you go see?
And I watched Licorice Pizza.
How was it? Nah, not worth it.
Here's the thing, and I love Haim. Everyone knows I love Haim here. Love Alana. This movie is just weird. It's kind of weird, dude. Like,
Okay, I've heard some stuff about that. I don't want to like dip into spoiler territory.
No, it's not spoiler, but just like the premise.
Yeah.
Alana's 25.
And the guy's like 16, right, or something.
He's like 15.
15.
Yeah.
That's
And it's like,
and like what I've heard is like the difference between, and I guess like light spoilers, y'all can skip ahead like 30 seconds. The main difference between this movie and other films that tackle problematic age gap relationships is that in the end they're rewarded for this weirdness rather than in other ones it doesn't work. It never works out because it's a problem.
Right. And that's definitely something, like, obviously, like, spoilers, but I mean kind of what you said, like by the end of this movie you don't really get, like, this movie's not necessarily condemning the relationship in any way. There's also some like kind of racist stuff in the movie that, like, I guess has been like Paul Thomas Anderson has kind of just said like, oh, it's because it's the time period, but it's like also presented in a way that's supposed to be like funny, like there were literally like white people in my theater like just like doubled over laughing, and I was like, okay, this clearly is not, like, this is not doing what you think it's doing, and it's just no. So yeah, I was like, oh, Paul Thomas Anderson, you missed the mark with that one. But then last night, my friend was like, do you want to watch Phantom Thread? Which is another Paul Thomas Anderson movie, that movie he did before Licorice Pizza. And that was amazing.
That was forever ago, right? That was like,
yeah, that was like 2017.
Yeah. I got to see that one early.
Yeah, I never got around to it. I always wanted to, but I never did. It was phenomenal. Like, it was just outstanding. Yeah. And also, if you want to watch a movie, going back to Licorice Pizza, a movie that actually has interesting things to say about you know, relationships, minors with overage people, you should watch Red Rocket by Sean Baker.
Red Rocket? The one you've been talking about?
The one that I've been talking about, my movie of the year for 2021.
What? You said it's on what now? What is it on?
It's in theaters. Hopefully showing near you somewhere. It might not.
In this economy?
In this economy, man.
In this economy? Dude, I'm saying it's crazy because, like, we were talking about this before, that, like, Omicron's no joke.
It is no joke.
Because
it's running rampant.
All of us, because both of us have managed to avoid catching COVID for the whole first 2 years of the pandemic. No one, even no one remotely around us really had any issues from what I could tell.
Yeah.
No, and then I had several family members catch it. And over the course of the first, we're in the third week of the year. Fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. But I mean, hey, your boy still
running rampant.
Triple vaxxed, that vaccine, Moderna working hard, all right?
Yeah. Same here, of course.
Exactly.
But if you can get to a theater, if it's even showing in a theater near you, I highly, highly, highly recommend watching Red Rocket. It is an amazing movie. It is an absolutely amazing movie.
I will.
Actually, when you watch it, you're like, I understand what this is saying about predatory relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot.
You should. I think, I don't know if did I mention the Mahershala Ali movie last week? Did I watch that last week? No. I watched this movie on Apple TV called Swan Song with Mahershala Ali.
No, you didn't. You didn't mention it. Oh, damn. That's unfortunate. No. Dude, I'm hoping at least, because like we've been talking about how this year for music's going to be insane. I'm hoping movies are going to be good because I'm starting to get worried. I mean, I heard Scream's really good. I heard that's doing well.
Scream's good. I need to watch Macbeth.
Yes, I didn't watch that one too.
Yeah, I have a good feeling. I don't
know. We'll see.
What did you watch and what did you enjoy? You said you watched a lot of TV. So
I actually did. But I'm going to start with music first because that's what I always start with, trying to segue me into TV. You're not.
All right. Sorry. I got you a little excited.
Yeah, I get you. But like you mentioned, new JID single. I thought it was really good. It's been in my head quite a bit. Very much enjoying that. I enjoyed quite a few tracks off of the FKA Twigs mixtape. Although definitely kind of, I was so on it overall. Okay. I thought it was like pretty fine overall, but yeah. Kind of same thing with the Corday album. Pretty fine with it overall. I like the Lost Boy a lot more. But there's some good stuff on here for sure. Loved the Earl Sweatshirt project. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking good. Actually, surprisingly enough, I didn't love this project much at all, but I was definitely impressed by it. This Code of the Friend project, Lyrics to Go Volume 3. And I mean, I even threw up a review of it on my music board. It's of this like Lyrics to Go series that he has going on.
Been doing that for a little bit.
It's probably the best one. It's not my favorite project from him because like it's just in some ways like he still doesn't shake that lo-fi hip-hop chill beats Society 2 type beat rapper that he is. I think he did a really good job of shaking it on last year's To Kill a Sunrise, but I think it was mostly because it was produced by Static Selecta. So I mean, that one we got a lot of really interesting stuff on there, and I mean we get his that flow a bit more on here, but the production is just, it's that lo-fi shit again.
Yeah,
which
I remember I liked his I like the To Kill a Sunrise from last year.
That was I thought that one was very good and it impressed me a lot. So
and I don't know, but I did hear some sus stuff about Code as well.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I heard some sus
stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't know what's going on.
I'll send to you. I'll send to you.
All right. But new Saba single, I did enjoy. I'm trying to not.
That was good.
I'm trying not to like it, like on Spotify because I just want to wait until the albums come out because that's very shortly after. Let's see. Following that, Aunt Clemens EP, liked a couple tracks off that. Surprisingly enough, I know we were talking about this off the podcast before, but that guy Token, his album actually just came out this weekend. He's a guy that I've known about for a while. Overall, it's fine, but there's some really good tracks on here, some really interesting stuff. For me,
some nice features.
For me, it's mostly the features. Yeah, Rico's feature good, and that track is good. The Benny track is good. The Jid track is good. Like, of course, right?
Yeah.
There's no way those can fail.
Yeah.
And like some of the production on here is interesting. It's very like loud and booming and, you know, like kind of, I guess like glitchy is the term in a sense. I don't know exactly how I would describe it, but that in some respects. So I like those aspects, but some of it is just kind of meh. White YouTube rapper, you know, it is how it is. But I mean, I'd be more than happy to see him do some more from here, and especially getting some good features like that. Pusha T on this track, "Dancing with the Devil," really cool. And listen, the Game and Kanye West track is good. It's corny because he said he's gonna beat Pete Davidson's ass.
You know,
it's a good track though.
It's here's my thing. I stopped liking it when Kanye came in. I don't know. It just was and not even just because the Pete Davidson bar. Like, I don't know. I think his verse just left a little bit to be desired for me. I thought the Game sounded.
No, he sounded phenomenal, and that's part of why I like it.
The beat was nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
But yeah,
Kanye kind of did it.
Kanye. Well, continue.
Yeah. Last up, finally another DJ Muggs project this year. This time collabing with Riggs, I thought was pretty dope. It's this album called Gold. I was about to say Bold. Wow. But yeah, I was really into DJ Muggs last year, so excited to hear more production this year. As far as watched, I finally started Atlanta season 2. I'm about 3 episodes in. I was going to watch some more. I just wanted to get around to some other stuff too. Be proud of me. Be proud of me. All right. I deserve a round of applause for that.
So you saw Alligator Man. You saw the one where they go to the recording or like the record label, whatever, Spotify type thing.
Yeah. That like fucking that Millennial Corp one.
Yeah. And then what was the 3rd episode of the season?
It was the one where it was the money one. The one where Earn kept getting overcharged for shit. They wouldn't take his $100 bill at the theater.
Oh, that was so funny.
That was a really good one. I really love that one.
US tender.
Yeah. That's a really good one. So I'm excited for the rest of the season. It's so good. But I also did watch Abbott Elementary like you told me about.
Yes.
It's so good. It's so fucking funny.
I
Oh my God.
know.
And also, was the thing you were telling me about, was it the Zach Fox appearance? Is that it?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
okay. I was like, that's what I saw first. Like, oh shit, it's fucking Zach Fox. And I was like, I wonder if that's what he was telling me about. Let me watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Make sure. But no, it's so funny. Watch the first
I was
3
like,
episodes.
I can't believe they let Zach Fox on ABC.
Listen,
That is so wild.
let him thrive. Let him be great. But no, it's so good. I'm so excited for the rest of the season. Let's see here. What the fuck else did I watch? Oh, I started watching the new season of Big Mouth. I think it's pretty okay so far.
Mm-hmm.
My girlfriend's been watching ahead and she says it gets a lot better. So, I mean, we'll see. I feel like there was something else that I watched now that I can't remember. The fuck? Let me. Fucking Peacemaker. Peacemaker's pretty fucking.
Oh, I still haven't watched it. I still haven't seen
It's pretty good. First 3 episodes are up. It's pretty good. That's what it was. I was gonna go through all the streaming services. Like, what have I been watching? But yeah, those are the 4 that I watched this week. Haven't gotten around to watching any movies. Definitely do want to try to do more. But I'm getting into the habit of watching TV now. So be proud of me. I'm caught up on 2 series.
You watched
2 series.
You watched more TV than I did this past week. So.
Exactly. But the fact that I'm caught up on 2 series, I used to not have the attention span for that. So be proud of me.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear. All right. I just wanted to hear those words. I haven't heard those words in a long time.
Yes. Oh,
but that's it. That's it for me. Folks, that's going to be it for this week's episode. If you are listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, we do this on YouTube. Look up Neil and Lens on YouTube. YouTube, folks. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all those. We stream live on Twitch every Monday evening. We're supposed to go live at 6:30, but yeah. Today was a little bit rougher than usual, but it is what it is, folks. That's going to be it. We'll see you all next week. Peace out.
Peace. I'm just like, they're nowhere near. And I'm like, I got to get these AirPods back.
You're going to go get them?
I got to get these AirPods back. So I was like, I'm going to go get these AirPods back. So the next day, I texted my friend who lives not too far from here. And I was like, we're going. We're going to this apartment complex. I also was like, and it didn't look like I'm not going to say it wasn't like a sketchy neighborhood per se.
Right.
But it wasn't like the nicest either. It was Houston, it was and it was in Houston. But I noticed that there was also something that looked similar to I went on Google. I was really on my I typed in the address to Google Maps. I'm like looking at it. I'm like, what is around this area? And I see there's like this place that looks kind of like almost maybe a pawn shop right connected to the back of these apartments. So I'm like, maybe that's where they're at. Maybe that's where they're at. So I'm like, we just got to go. Like, we're going. So me and my friend, we go. And we go to the apartments first. And I'm trying to get in, And I'm like, all right, the gate's open. I go in. And we're walking. I'm getting closer and closer and closer. And then I get like right to where it says my AirPods are supposed to be. And it's like, I'm just like standing in the middle of a parking lot. And I'm just like, what is going on here? I'm like, maybe they're nearby. So I try to click play sound. Like it says like they're nearby, like try connecting, like try to find them, like da 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 da. Just keep saying there's no signal. There's no signal. We can't connect. There's no signal. We can't connect. I'm just like, come on. So I go to the pawn shop where I thought was a pawn shop. I walk in and it's just like a bunch of yard tools. It's like a bunch of yard tools in here, and there's someone like like sawing wood in the back. I'm like, this is not a pawn shop. My AirPods are not here. That's it. Like this is it. So I lost my AirPods, and I just had to, come to terms with the fact that I was never going to get them back. And I went and I bought some new ones on Saturday.
Damn. That bad, huh?
It was that bad. And you know, the thing is, it's rough because, you know, AirPods are an essential part of life. You know,
Of course, yeah.
you can't live without them.
Of course, no.
So yeah. It was very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. Also, the very unfortunate thing is that I had that whole thing recorded. I'm like, oh, you know, like I thought it was gonna get more interesting that you were going to, you're knocking on doors and shit.
No, it
And
could
then
have
it
been
just-
a really great. That's what my, you know, and that's what my friend was saying. Like we were walking, he was like, man, like when we first got to the apartments, he was like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, like I don't even know what's about to happen. Like this feels like this is about to be like an episode of Atlanta. And I was like, yeah, like I don't know, this is about to be, could be wild. Could be wild. And then he was like, man, that would have been a really boring episode of Atlanta. I was like, yeah.